Hi everyone, and welcome to our cooking show. My name is Rena, and this is my beautiful mum, Jane.
Hi Rena.
So today we're going to cook two of my favourite dishes, one being potato and spinach with spices, also known as
Aloo bhaji.
and the second dish we're going to cook is fried fish with spices, and that is also known as
Which one?
fried fish.
Oh, bhuna machli.
Great. So we'll start with the potato dish. I've got these really cute little potatoes, and what we're going to do is cut them in half and then half again. So you've got nice little pieces that size. And to speed up the process, I'm actually going to cheat and microwave them. So Mum, in your cooking career, what were some of the highlights?
Well, highlights was cooking at the TAFE college with all different nationality students coming to attend.
Right,
Yeah.
and what types of classes did you teach?
Oh, basic and advanced in Indian and vegetarian cooking.
Right, so three types, so basic, Indian,
And vegetarian.
vegetarian and advanced.
Yeah.
And how many nights a week did you teach the classes?
Oh, I think I did 5. Basic and advanced together.
Mhm.
I was busy 5 days a week.
Yes, that's right, I remember, because I remember as a child
Coming, yeah.
going to the classes, and at the end of each semester, Mum would have a big party, so all the students would dress up, and it was really a lot of fun, and that's
Yeah.
when they put their cooking skills to test and see how they went.
Yeah, that was very good, interesting night.
That was when you got a bit of a rest and you didn't have to teach.
And also we invited the, head, the director of the, TAFE college.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So I'm almost finished cutting these up. And okay, so they're just like that, and I'm just going to put some water in, give them a rinse and put some water in, and I'll pop them in the microwave for a few minutes. You wouldn't have used microwaves in your day?
No, we didn't have microwave.
Okay.
It's amazing I didn't mix microwave because didn't know any difference.
That's right.
Yeah.
I know. We're also time poor that we like to, or feel we need to speed things up. So the next thing I've done is I've got a brown onion, and I'm going to just dice it. And Mum, you also did cooking demonstrations in your cooking career.
Yeah.
Where were some of those?
Well,
done?
I did at Butter Marketing Board in Brisbane,
Right.
and the other was all the
On television?
all the Butter Marketing Board, and there was something else I can't think of.
What about, I remember going to Mount Coot-tha in Brisbane.
Yeah.
So did you do some on television?
Yeah, oh yes, I did Channel 7 and Channel 9.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, I did demonstration, I forgot her name, but yeah.
Was it Fiona McDonald or Jackie
Yeah,
McDonald?
Jackie yeah, that's right,
Because I
yeah.
think I remember you put a sari on her.
That's right, she wanted me to put sari on, yeah.
So
That was good.
yes. So I'm just going to start frying the onions, and I've just got the fry pan heating. olive oil when cooking, but it's entirely up to you. I actually also have mustard oil, and that's your favourite, isn't it, Mum? Yeah, so I probably could have cooked that. But anyway, use that one. So we'll put this on, and this is a great dish to accompany meat. Mum and I are both pescatarians, so we don't eat a lot of meat. I will be doing some meat dishes as well, as my husband eats meat, and that's great, each to their own. But today we'll be doing a nice pescatarian dish, and then we're going to have it for lunch. So I'm going to pop the onions in, and I'm also going to add the spices. So I add them in with the onions. So we've got black mustard seeds, cumin seeds, and can't forget the chilli. I use dried chilli.
Fenugreek seeds, have you got?
And I do have fenugreek seeds.
Yeah, that's good.
And then we'll pop some curry
leaves.
Yeah, curry leaves in the flavour. So give those a nice. And it's really beautiful. You can't smell it, but the spices just give it absolutely beautiful fragrance. And while they're cooking, I'm just going to add the garlic. So we love lots of garlic, don't we, Mum?
Yeah, garlic is good for you.
Especially in winter.
I was on John Cruz television show.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's good.
What channel is that? Do you remember?
Channel O.
Channel O, yes. We don't have that anymore.
Oh.
That was a long time ago.
Oh.
But that's right. Okay, so that's our beautiful onion and garlic and spices cooking. And it's a really quick dish to make, especially when you cheat like I do and use the microwave to cook the potatoes. So I'm just going to have a quick check on those. They're just there, and I just like to give them a bit of a poke with my knife, and I'll just add them on for a few more minutes. Now, Mum, you also wrote a cooking book,
Yeah.
which I happen to have right here.
Yeah.
And this Fiji Indian chef, and that was actually taken in our garden of a family home. And tell me a little bit about your book, because it's not just a recipe book, is it, Mum?
It's like cultural thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I talk about Indian culture and the upbringing and all that.
Mhm.
And how I grew things as well. And very interesting things when I was teaching at the TAFE college. All different students came from different cultures, and it was very interesting at that time.
Yeah, and I was actually having a look in here, and this is actually one of, it's a shame it's in black and white, but that's actually one of the articles that was in the Gold Coast Bulletin with her students.
Yeah, that was good too.
Indian food isn't all curry.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's so true. And you were actually in the Gold Coast Bulletin quite a bit, weren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Many articles. Actually, that's another couple of ones there. And what were some of the vegetables that you used to grow in the garden at home?
I used to grow chilies, all varieties, of course.
Yes.
But eggplant, that was another thing, and okra, bindi, and arhar is, I don't know what you call in English, peas, some sort of,
yes.
what do you call, not chickpeas?
Snap peas?
Yeah, I suppose could be some sort of peas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, arhar we call it Hindi.
Yes.
But that was very good, interesting, and you can dry it and make it into dal.
Mm-hmm.
But while it's green, you peel it and make it into curry.
Great.
With potato is very yummy.
Ah, well, I'm not sure we'll be doing that because I don't have a garden. I live in an apartment. So, but that sounds great. Now, Mum, I'm frying the onion, garlic, spices, curry leaves. I've got the potatoes cooking.
Mm-hmm.
What else should I add in there?
Turmeric.
Turmeric.
Powder, yeah.
Okay. So I've got turmeric here.
Have you got curry leaves?
I've got curry leaves in there already. Yeah.
Okay.
So just a bit of
Turmeric, yeah,
turmeric.
yeah. That'd be enough.
Okay. And what about, do I need to add any curry powder?
Yeah, after stirring, when the turmeric is sort of bit fried, and then
Yes.
put the curry powder.
So the key is with most spices, you really need to cook the spices.
Yeah, sort of stir fry,
Yes.
so that they're not raw when you
Yeah.
putting the main ingredient.
Now, I've just put a bit of curry powder. As you can see, I've inherited my mother's cooking style of not measuring anything. So that's, if you're wanting more precise,
Yeah, you can put the salt now.
before potatoes.
Oh, put the potato.
I'll put
That's right.
potatoes. So what I'll do, I'll get the potatoes out and we can add them in.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to drain those. And they're going to be great. So I'll just add those potatoes in. Lovely. And then what I'll do is I'll add the salt. So I'm always a little bit light-handed on the salt because I think you can always add it.
Yeah, just better to have a lighter than.
Yeah. So they're going to fry nicely. And I'm not sure if you can see that, but that's how they're looking. And it's absolutely beautiful. And then I'm going to let them cook. I might just pop the lid on. Shall I pop the lid on, Mum? Pop the lid on for a
Yeah,
minute.
that makes it quicker to cook the potatoes.
Yeah. So we want to immerse the potatoes in all the spices so they taste amazing, and that can just keep cooking on a bit of a low heat. And the next thing we're going to do is the fried fish. So I've got some beautiful pieces of snapper, which I'm going to, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to salt them.
You put lemon juice, huh?
Yes.
That's right.
And I've actually already squeezed a bit of lemon juice on them earlier. And then I've got, I might just do, that's right. And then I've got some chilli powder.
Yeah, you've got to have chilli powder.
My mum's got a cast iron stomach. She can eat so hot.
Especially fish is nicer when it's hot.
Yes.
Tastier, you know?
Yes, yeah, the flavour.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put some extra on your piece. And then I'm also going to sprinkle some curry powder as well. So that was chilli powder. And this is the curry powder.
That should be good.
And then what, I'm actually going to cut these into pieces. I like to cut them into a few
that'd
pieces.
be better to cut because it's a bit too, 3 pieces.
Okay, so 1,
Yeah,
3.
that'd be perfect.
And then I'm going to dip them in the flour, and then I'll spice and salt the other side. So I'll just
that'd be
do
great.
that. So growing up in Fiji, Mum, you must have had a lot of seafood.
Yeah, well, Fiji is surrounded by ocean, so we had all fresh fish. The Fijians used to come every day, catch the fish and bring it to us.
Wow.
Because they didn't have money, so they needed money,
Yes.
and we liked the fresh fish.
Great.
So it went.
Win-win.
Yeah, both sides, yeah.
So I'm going to salt that again.
Yeah.
And how old were you when you came to Australia?
Oh, I must have been 16, I think. By the time I got here, I did nursing. So by the time I got 17, they take 17, so I was just under 17, but they took me.
And where did you do your nursing training?
Royal Brisbane Hospital.
Okay. And so I'm just doing the chilli powder and the curry powder again on the other side.
In those days it was 4 years training.
Okay. And you just did your whole time there?
Yeah, 4 years at the general. And then I went to Sydney to do midwifery at the Royal Hospital for Women, Paddington.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
And where did you find your love for cooking? How did you discover that?
Oh, from my grandmother.
Right.
Yeah, Aji. She was, I used to live with her in my holidays.
Yes.
So I used to watch her be with her, and she used to cook all the time, and I just picked from there. And she used to let me cook with her, you know?
Yeah, so it was from a young age.
Yeah, that's right. So that was how I learned.
That's great.
Very early age, you know?
Yes.
My grandmother was very good cook and she was vegetarian, of course.
Okay.
So that was good.
Right, so what I've done, I've just put the spices, salt, and dip them in flour very lightly. And I'm going to now fry them.
Should be great.
Okay, so I've got my fry pan there. Again, I'm going to use olive oil.
Actually, you don't have to use olive oil.
What would you use, Mum?
Peanut is better for fish.
Oh, yeah, I've got macadamia and I've got mustard oil, but that's, you can use peanut oil as well. So this is looking great. I'll just give this a stir as well. So this is our potatoes.
Yeah, it looks great.
You can see that they're all a beautiful golden colour. That's from the turmeric and curry powder. So I'll let them sizzle away a little bit longer and soften, and they smell great, don't they? So we've got our fish oil here. And we'll start frying them when it's the little piece here. We'll just test
You
it.
got it high?
I will have it high. And the other thing I'm going to do is just get some paper towel and I'll pop that on the plate when we finish. And what do you think is your favourite dish when you were cooking, Mum, to make?
Vegetarian or?
Any.
Oh, I mean, I've always
Curries or?
Yeah, I've always liked different kind of dal with vegetables in it.
Yes.
That was my favourite, and with side dishes.
Yes. Great.
Yeah.
Well, just a little clue, that will be the next dish that we make, next time we do a video, because I love dal and I live on it most of the week.
Yeah, chickpeas, you know, chana dal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's very tasty, yeah.
This is looking nice and hot.
Yeah.
So we're going to put our little pieces of fish in, so that's just so you can see, that's how they look. And you can really use any firm fish, but we really like snapper, so that's what we're using today. And you can hear the sizzle. Do you have a favourite fish, Mum?
I like snapper.
Snapper, yeah. That's probably where I got it
Snapper or
from.
John Dory.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So that's all there. And we'll just give our potatoes another stir. Looking great, Mum. So if you want to have a guess how old my mum is, I don't think you'll quite get it, but she's 86 and doing absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I don't feel like 86.
No. So, I don't know, what do you think the secret is, Mum?
I think it's,
Being mentally alert. How do you think you achieve that?
well, I think I usually keep myself busy reading and that kind of thing, and good thoughts, and
Great. And what some of your, what genre do you like to read of books?
oh, mostly I like, naturally it's my way of reading cookbooks,
Yes.
but other than that I like historical books as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's very interesting about certain people, and especially reading biographies of certain leaders
Yes.
is also like it interesting.
Oh, good. Great. And any other genre of books that you like to listen to, or read rather?
Most of the time I read cookbooks and biographies,
Yeah.
but I'm interested in any kind of book, anything,
Right.
because it's interesting to read anything.
Yes.
That's how I feel, you know?
Keeps your mind active.
Yes,
and-
yes.
Yes, it's something that I'm looking forward to doing a little bit more of. But it's I think you've just got to find that quiet time, isn't it, to read.
Yes, yes.
There's the thing I love about my mum's book, and I actually don't think it's been published anymore, but Mum's actually an author as well. So at the beginning of each chapter, she's written a little story of, I guess, growing up in Fiji,
Oh, yeah.
Indian culture. It's actually beautifully written, Mum. Very talented.
Thank you.
And it's a great resource for me when I'm cooking. If I can't give Mum a call, I can just go to it and pick up a few of her tips. So we're going to just turn this dish over now, and we want to make sure that it's really nice and golden, which it is. Great. So this is a really nice meal that I make for Mum when she comes over. And another option is if you want to westernise it a little bit more, you can, instead of doing the potato and spinach with spices, you can just do roast veggies. And that's really nice too, isn't it, Mum?
Oh, yes.
And I do that quite often because it's a great way of getting all your veggies in, or especially the greens, broccolini, capsicums. We like a variety of different potatoes, sweet potatoes. You can also do pumpkin and carrots, but it's a good way to get all your coloured vegetables in. So that's cooking away well, and I'm just working out when I'm going to put the spinach in. Looking absolutely beautiful.
That's good.
So now it's really lovely, it's role reversed, so I get to cook for Mum, and luckily I'm to her standard, so I think I must have watched her when I was cooking, when she was cooking, when I was growing up.
Yeah, when you're young, you used to sit down when I was cooking, you used to sit down in the garage, remember?
Oh, in the kitchen.
In the kitchen,
the dining table.
Yeah, so you used to watch me.
And I was probably subconsciously taking it all in then, because I don't remember really having a love of cooking. I used to like eating more than cooking.
Yeah.
Okay, another stir.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So I'm going to add the spinach in. So I'm actually adding baby spinach in today because I really like it. Again, probably not something that you would do. You would have got it straight from the garden. But I really like the baby spinach because you can just pop it in, turn the heat off, and it will just wilt nicely, and it doesn't need a lot of cooking. So I'm just going to pop that in there as much as I can. And we'll see how that goes. So what I normally do is I just pop it in, let it wilt, and then I'll give it a stir. So I'll just pop that down. The fish is looking great. So I've turned it over once, and that's it there, you can see. And it smells delicious, doesn't it?
Yeah, it smells great.
I'm just going to open the door. That's a bit better. Sometimes the spices and the chilli give me a bit of a cough.
Yeah.
So they're looking great. And I haven't actually used a great deal of oil. So I was going to, normally if they're a little bit on the oily side, I do like to use absorbent paper, but I actually don't need to today because they're just, I added just the right amount of oil. And they're actually done. So I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to put them on my, see those ones?
Very good, darling.
Put them on my serving dish.
Somebody who never did cooking, you do alright.
I was watching closely.
Ah.
And then I'm going to put those into this dish. See how they just wilt beautifully? And it's nice to keep a little bit of freshness.
Oh yeah. Rather than eating raw.
Yeah.
It's good.
So this is our potatoes and spinach. Very easy. Mix that spinach up. Okay. And there we have our two beautiful dishes. You've got your fried fish and your potato and spinach. So I really hope you enjoy that, and we'll be back again, and I think next time we'll make Mum's favourite dish, which is dal. Until then, have a great day. Bye.